Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and we've got another live color along this morning from a book from a friend of mine, cool book, Punny Holidays. So we're going to give this a little bit of time to get the technology part settled. Hopefully everyone will get here soon. And good morning to Dawn, and good morning to Alice. So first of all, how is my sound? We've got to do a sound check before I do anything else. And we need to make sure that my lighting is okay because yesterday we had issues. I don't know what happened yesterday, but we had some issues. How's my sound, Alice and Dawn? There's 4 people watching, but not everyone is in the comments. So if you're here, say hello, hello, hello. We're going to do a flip through of this book. I'm going to be coloring with Watercolor Pencils and Hey Bev Larson. And I'm also going to be using some watercolor pencils because I just feel like today's page is all about watermelon. You can get the, thank you, Alice. You can get a free page over on the event page. Does everyone have a link to the free page? Let me see if I can pop it into the comments here. Hey, good morning, baby. Sound is good. I use earphones. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's good or bad, Bev. Do I sound like I'm screaming all the time? The dogs must sound crazy in your earphones. My dogs had a very busy day with other dogs yesterday, playing with other dogs, and honestly, I can't believe they're still awake right now, or I can't believe that they woke up. I'm gonna put a link here to get a free page for today. See if this works, right, Scarlett? All right, let me get a couple of other things going here. I'm gonna see if I can get this. I don't know if I can share this on Insta. What do you think? Can we? I don't think we can, Scarlett. Do you think we can? No. Nope. 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 Scarlett's crying because she's excited about coloring. No, my computer speakers have gone on permanent strike. Bev, you always crack me up. I have a set of speakers actually that I never use, and I don't know why I don't, because they're really good. All right, let me get a couple other things, and then we can get started. I want to get some fresh water. She's crying. Yeah, she's crying and crying and crying, this crazy little dog. We're going to get a couple of, just a couple of minutes. Get yourself settled. Get yourself a drink, a beverage, a snack, a biscuit for the dog. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm so excited about this book. This book is by a company called Punny Puns. It's all about a pun, right? And this is called Punny Holidays Coloring Book. We're coloring this page today, which is the National Watermelon Day book page, which is on August 3rd. Who knew? Now I'm going to have to go out and buy some watermelon. On that, if you click on that link, Dawn is saying I don't see the free page. Click on the link that I put for get a free page. It takes you over to the event page. Scroll down in the discussion section and you'll see the free page. It's right in the event page. It's not, you don't have to go anywhere to get it. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to get out of your chair. We're all about that, right? This is kind of fun. So I'm going to be using Farben 72 pack of colored pencils, and I also have some Amaze Rock colored watercolor pencils because it's all about watermelon. So I thought it would be fun to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I'm working to get a wireless speaker, but so far they aren't working. It appears I am not working either. Well, you know what? That Echo Dot is still only $4.99 on Amazon.com. I don't know what's happening in Canada, but I just bought one the other day. So there's a speaker, right? Even though it's hooked up to Alexa. So let's do a quick flip through of this book. This book is not available yet, but there's a link in the description of this video of how you can get this book. Punny Puns has a Kickstarter happening for this. Hey, Heather. So we're just gonna flip through it. So it's all about the puns. So the first page is Happy New Year on January 1st. Great holiday, of course, right? Get the year off first. And this is all celebrating a firecracker. Get it? Firecracker. There's the cracker and it's on fire. There's the pun, right? So we're gonna have some fun with this book today. It's funny, haha. Happy Valentine's Day. A bear hug. There's the bear hugging the heart, hugging Valentine's Day, February 14th. The next one is National Pancake Day, February 16th. I had no idea. Happy birthday to National Pancake Day. There it is with kind of like celebrating within the pan. Punny Puns also, if you follow them on Instagram, also does some different, some cool t-shirts for adults and kids. President's Day on the third Monday in February. Headquarters, get it? The headquarters. The quarters have heads on them, right? Yeah, how are you feeling, Heather? Haven't seen you in a while. National Strawberry Day is on February 27th. This is actually my birthday. Isn't that funny? And I love strawberries. I eat strawberries pretty much every single, well, I eat strawberry yogurt every single day, so that counts, right? International Women's Day, March 8th. Fairy tale, mermaid. Here's the Little Mermaid. Here's the fairy tale. National Pie Day on March 14th. Chicken pot pie. Gary is in a pot and he's a pie. Wouldn't that be so funny if there was a chicken sticking out of a, like that? Imagine if you served that like that. That would be so funny. Happy Easter, first Sunday after March full moon. I never knew that it was always the first Sunday after the March full moon, but learn something new every day. Here's the pun, eggplant. The plant has eggs on it. Eggplant. Get it? Puns, right? I was trying to explain what a pun was to somebody the other day. I don't remember what it was. Earth Day on April 22nd. It's an earthworm. There's the worm through the earth. Pun. Hey, Lynn Miller. National Bird Day is on May 10th. I hope you feel better, Heather. Goose bumps. There he is. He's got bumps and he's a goose. Goose bumps. Mother's Day, second Sunday in May. Motherhood. I guess there's the hood, like Robin Hood, but she's a mother. Dressed like Robin Hood. Imagine if your mother wore, carried arrows on her back. I think my mother did carry arrows on her back, by the way, when I was a kid. But she just shot them out of her eyes. You know when they say you're shooting daggers at someone with your looks? All she had to do was look at us. I felt like it was like she was like the sergeant or something. Did anyone else grow up with a mom like that? She would probably be laughing if she knew I was telling you this. But, yeah, you couldn't do anything bad. But, yeah, it was fun. It was weird. Does anybody had that childhood experience? Hey, Diana is watching. Good morning, Diana. National Hamburger Day on May 28th. Wow, hamburger. There's the ham, and it's in a burger. I might need to eat a burger today. National Fishing Day, June 18th. Catfish. See? There's the cat, and it's a fish. Father's Day, third Sunday in June. Papa Bear. Get it? He's a papa, and he's dressed as a bear. National Hot Dog Day just happened on the third Wednesday in July, and there's that dog, and he is hot. He's a hot dog. Sometimes I say to my dogs that they have hot dog breath because their breath is hot, but it's a hot dog, you know? Anyway, I'll just amuse myself today. National Watermelon Day, August 3rd. Watermelon, get it? This is the water coming out of the melon. So this is the page we're coloring today. Be an Angel Day on August 22nd. I had no idea about this. He should have included National Coloring Book Day in this, which is tomorrow, which is so exciting. Angel Fish. Here he is. He's an angel and he's a fish. International Dog Day is on August 26th. I did know this. And he is a corn dog. This is funny, actually. Hot, because I would have made this a hot dog, but I like the fact that he's a corn dog instead. And I like that you can see like the corn sticking out of him. It's crazy, isn't it? The things that amuse our simple minds. Eat an extra dessert day, September 4th. Oh, I need to mark this in my calendar. Cheesecake. There's the cheese, and it's turned into a piece of cake. There you go. My two favorite things, cake and cheese. Labor Day is September 6th. It's a workhorse. Look at him. He's a horse, and he's working. Imagine if somebody who's dressed up as a costume working with a jackhammer. There's doing a lot of road construction in my neighborhood lately. And I'm thinking that they need to amuse the drivers as you're driving through and be in costume. All right, Halloween, October 31st, it's a sandwich. Get it? She's a witch and she's in the sand, but she's making herself into a sandwich. National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Is anyone else amused by this? Me too. Bev is saying, yep, see? November 10th, it's a cupcake. It's a cake inside a cup. National Vanilla Cupcake Day on November 10th. A lot of it has to do with food, doesn't it? Fast Food Day on November 16th. Fast food, there it is. Taking a run for it. This is kind of ironic, actually, that the food is running. The fast food is running. That is supposed to be something you should probably go running after you eat, right? Whew, I don't know. Thanksgiving, the 4th Thursday in November, is Turn and Key. Turnkey. Get it? There's the keys on the turkey. Turnkey. National Underdog Day is the 3rd Friday in December. I did not know this at all. But there's the dog and he's underneath something. So he is the underdog. Christmas is December 25th. And this is a reindeer because it's raining. Boxing Day. We all know this for our Canadian friends. Lunchbox. There he is, the lunch box. The lunch is boxing on December 26th. What is the meaning of Boxing Day? What is the the whole thing? It has a page in the back to draw and color your own pun, which is exciting. So you can see a few different, two different pages on here that have already been colored. One for Christmas, one for Halloween. Basically, just it has 27 different holiday coloring pages. So it's kind of fun. So take a look at this if you have not taken a look at it. I do want to put a clipboard or something underneath what I'm coloring because I want to get some good colors or some, what shall I say? Some, I want it to be kind of like a good pigment to them. And if I have a nice hard surface underneath it, it'll be good. Hey, Marvin. Boy, haven't seen you in a dog's age. How are you, my friend? All right, so I'm starting out with my Sperfarben 72 pack, and I know that watermelon is green. So let's start out with coloring the actual rind of the watermelon with some greens, and we're going to do a lot of blending and shading with this one today, just to kind of get that gradation of color throughout the whole thing. So I'm going to start out with moss green, which maybe it's not really a melony color, but let's just see what happens here. We're going to start out with a kind of a heavy pressure between each one of these black lines, and then I'm going to kind of lighten up as I get to the second line that's there. So I'm going to use these, I'm going to color the rind of the melon in sections. Because we wouldn't want to go over the whole thing, right? Because, and I've got a good point on this too, so I can get inside those little nooks and crannies of my English muffin here. I don't know, food is on my mind today. How about anybody else having this problem with food on their mind today? So I'm staying to the left with the heavy pressure there. Vivid, thank you, Lynn. Whew. Lynn knew I was having a problem finding the word. It was like my brain stopped for a moment there. A lot happening lately in my life. I don't know what is happening. Does anybody have days where they're just like, could anything else happen? This morning I actually went to the basement to wash some clothes and discovered, and I don't even know how I would have even seen this, but the washer would not turn off from the previous load. It was driving me crazy. So I had this little lamp and I put the light on, and lo and behold, there's the hot water hose with rust all down the hose of the coming out of the faucet. It's not leaking, but apparently it did at some point. So I'm just gonna replace it myself. Hourly, what are we saying, Bev? Yeah, I want watermelon too. I love watermelon. Is that what it's from, Heather? Oh my goodness. It's like see, it's happening again. Hey, Jean. Jean, you know, you can always find every color along on the link that we're, just where we are right now. I tried tagging you too, but it wouldn't let me tag people. I don't know why. Like I tried like putting your name in the comments. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, problems hourly. Your printer wouldn't print this morning, Bev is saying. Yeah, I know. It's like, what the heck? You gotta just take it like one day at a time, right? But think about how many, I mean, think about the problems you have. You gotta, that's how I start to think about it. I think about it, like when my washer, when I found that with the washer, I actually did say to myself while I was standing there, you know, this is a good problem to have because at least I have a washer, right? I could either be trekking to the laundromat or, which a lot of laundromats in my area have closed, which I think is weird, or I could be, I don't know, walking to a mile to go get my water. So, and washing my clothes on a rock. So, I don't know. I guess that is a good problem to have. I'm gonna give my pencil a quick sharpen. Listen to Alice. I'm already laughing, Alice. Yeah, people's names, forget it. I agree with you, Heather. Alice is saying, now I've heard you say this before. How are you going to replace it yourself? I'm going to do it. I'm going to just order the hose. I'm going to pull the washer out from where it is. How difficult could it be? I saw the guy do it when he brought the washer, when he delivered it. It was simple, Alice. I mean, the guy looked like he couldn't even put, like, I don't know. I don't even know. You could be going to a body of water and scrubbing the clothes. Exactly. On a rock. I could be. So it's a good problem to have. So I'm not worried about it, but I am going to do it myself. I wish I knew some sort of electrical thing. Don't you wish you knew how to do certain things like that? I was going to YouTube. I don't remember what it was, but I was talking to my nephew about this actually, about replacing some sort of electrical outlet or light fixture or something, and we both determined at the end that we probably could do it if we put our heads together and watched the video or really paid attention, but we decided that it would be too dangerous. We didn't want to start a fire, so we used our heads. There was something underneath this. Look, see this little thing right here? I don't know what it is, but it made some sort of texture on this, and I did not like it at all. All right, so I'm still finishing up with this moss green. I don't know. Maybe people say moss green. Isn't the watermelon looking funky? It looks like I'm going to need to go to the store and get a melon. I can't stand when you cut into a watermelon and it's mushy. How about you? I would like to be able to fix everything myself, Bev is saying, so I don't have to get upset when the incompetent arrive to do the job. I know. I can fix a lot of things by myself, but some stuff I have to, like, stop. You know? Computer stuff, I can fix it. TV, cable, all that stuff, I can fix that. I don't know. Some plumbing stuff, I can fix it, but you got to be able to... You don't want to set your house on fire, so there's that, right? You still can't get the free page. Let me see if I can send it to you through Messenger, okay, Jean? Hold on a sec. I can't. Lynn says, I can't get the TV in my living room to work. I tried another TV, and that won't work either. I unplugged everything, and I was crawling around on the floor. It was difficult to get up again. I was most of the night thinking that I replaced the HDMI cable. Wait a minute. You tried another TV too? Does anything work from the, is there a cable coming from like cable TV thing happening? Because it reminds me of, like, say you have a lamp that doesn't work. Well, is it the lamp or is it the outlet that it's plugged into? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna see if I can get the watermelon page for Jean. Hey, so I'm thinking of doing this crazy video, this YouTube video. Have you seen those people where they do like an artist colors a kid's coloring book and makes it look like it's like a really intricate piece of art? I'm thinking about either doing that or some sort of video like that for YouTube. I'm not sure. I got to get some ideas going for a fun little YouTube video like that. Something different than just a color along. I'll film it. You know, anybody have any ideas? The cable box works. It has been recording stuff, but the TV doesn't work. You need a new HDMI cable. How do you know if it's been recording stuff, though? Alice says, I hope you can get it on tight. Otherwise, you'll have it leaking water. Oh, don't forget to turn the water off. Well, maybe there's my problem right there, Alice. Maybe the problem is that it is leaking because the guy who did it didn't put it on tight. Hey, Billy Joe. Try the electrical box. Perhaps that one particular section isn't working, and try a lamp. Hey, good morning, Louisa. All right, I'm branching here. I want to send Jean the page. Okay, sent. Jean, I just sent you the coloring page through Messenger. Is anybody else having trouble getting the page? Let me know and I'll send it to you. Hey, Julie. So yesterday was fun. Yesterday's color along. Have another color along coming up in a couple of weeks for another artist on a Sunday. So the Sunday morning ones are kind of fun. But this is actually really, this color is perfect for this watermelon. I'm thinking that I might add a little bit of yellow as we go along here. But you should check out this book because there's a link in the description of how to follow Punny Puns' Kickstarter page. I've never used Kickstarter, but this company is using Kickstarter, and I've worked with this client over the past month to get this book ready. Sometimes I'll work with different clients to get their books ready for publication. You won't see my name on the book or anywhere in it, but sometimes I'll work on that. I did not do the artwork in this book, but I worked on the getting it published a little bit. So yeah, so that's what's happening. Sometimes the outlets go bad too, Lynn. Thank you, Heather. I think it's all in the vividness of how I'm pressing, you know. I'm thinking of watermelon, thinking of like, here I am standing in a store. There's the melon. It's so funny because the supermarket that I always shop at to go to the deli, they have a sign on the watermelon when you walk in the door, and it always says, "Do not touch the watermelon. Don't poke us," or something. Like the watermelon's going to talk to you. I always think it's weird. They even have a sign on the cherries like that. I don't understand why they think that this fruit is going to start talking to people. Somebody in the produce department had a very long night, apparently, and is just like trying to find humor. Or maybe they're just trying to, maybe there's a camera. I always wonder if there's like a camera to see if people are actually poking and following the instructions. I would do that. That would be funny. Billy Joe says, I did the coloring sheet but made it into a birthday picture to... Oh, that's a good idea. That's right. It was Nola's birthday yesterday. That's very nice of you, Billy. And by the way, if anyone has sent me a friend request over the past, like, 2 weeks or so, I have not been responding to anything because I have had a flood of bogus friend requests, for lack of a better word, from people that have been either hacked or, and then I go to, this is the weird part, I go look to see, like, who are they, right? To look at their Facebook page, and it's actually their actual Facebook page. So I don't know what is happening. Is anyone else having this problem? So I have not been responding to anybody's friend requests lately, which I usually respond to everybody, but lately it's just been kind of crazy. Just give it a quick shopping. Yes, there is humor everywhere. Thank you, Louisa. Louisa says, I love your shading. Thank you. This is probably my favorite coloring technique, is to be able to kind of, is to shade like this, where you use a heavy pressure and you use that whole gradation of color, you know. You can do so much with colored pencils versus markers, or, I mean, well, if you had alcohol markers with, like, Copics or something, it's different, but, okay, got it. Hey, Tammy. So, we've got another color along coming up this Thursday, our usual Thursday color along, right? And then next weekend, there's still time to sign up for that workshop that's happening next weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know what else is happening this week. What else is going on this week? Anyone else up to something else? Can you believe it's August 1st? Alice says, I love watermelon, but I can't eat them. Oh, no. I can't eat a lot of them, though. Although, I could, but I don't. I regret it. You know? I like honeydew melon. All right, now as I go into the middle section, I'm going to color heavy, 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 heavy all around. And as we get to the center, I'll lighten it up. See how I did that? All right, now I'm going to work on the slice. If you need an arc, I know a person. See, there you go, right? That's a pun. That's a good one, actually. All right, so this kind of same thing, but I want it to be a little bit darker as I go down to this bottom section, even though I'm still continuing with this shading because it's the bottom part. So we want to make sure that it's really dark. Dogs love watermelon. That's true, Julie. Especially if it's frozen. My dogs ate a lot of junk yesterday. They had pizza, they had chips, they had too much stuff. And now they finally fell asleep. Fast asleep. They've been very good during live videos lately because I've moved some furniture around. So now they have a couch to lay down on just right next to me. So they don't have to worry that they're, you know, too far away. You know what I mean? National Coloring Day gives us an excuse for coloring all day, Lynn is saying. Yes, you're right. You know, there's an event happening in the Just Color coloring group. I am not running it, but Carol is running it. And take a look at it. She's got something funky planned. I can't describe it. I don't know if I could describe it because I'm not in Carol's head, but I'm trusting that she knows what she's doing. So we're running with it, right? We're just going to do it. That was on a church sign, Louisa? That's interesting, right? Yeah, it definitely gives you a reason to color. That is for sure. All right, so this is just basically yellow, and I'm just going to kind of go with yellow where the white section is of this, like the lighter colored green here. And of course, I'm thinking that that fish needs to be orange because, I mean, he looks like he should be like popping out of this watermelon. This reminds me of like, what is his name that was swallowed? Oh, now I'm having brain fog here. See, Diana, I told you there was brain fog happening with me. What is the name of the person? There was in the Bible that was swallowed by the fish. My dog's, well, Paisley's not really crazy about too many different things. She's kind of a picky eater when it comes to food, but Scarlett likes every single kind of fruit under the sun. Peaches, watermelon, strawberries, blueberries. She just loves everything. She likes tomatoes. She likes any type of vegetable. Zucchini. She eats raw zucchini if you don't like. I mean, whatever I'm cooking, she thinks I need a bite. Jonah. Thank you, Dawn. Whew. I knew it was a J. I was going to say Jerome. I don't know why I was thinking Jerome, but I was thinking it must be Jerome. Jerome was swallowed by a fish. I'm going to make him orange. So let's see. We've got this orange color, which is called Autumn or Cadmium Red, which is really an orangey color. I'll do with this one. Ellen DeGeneres. Did she play something? Why are we saying Ellen DeGeneres? Oh, she was in Finding Nemo, right? Wasn't she a voice in Finding Nemo? Gotta move this over off that crazy line that's underneath there that's making a mark on it. We don't want that to happen. Oh, are any other coloring groups doing anything for National Coloring Book Day? I'm surprised that it's not that big of a deal. I haven't seen anything anyway. We try to do something every year in my coloring group, so just to kind of, you know, stick with the time, like kind of stick with it. I'm going to use this bright yellow color. Thank you, Heather. Doesn't it look like you want to have a slice of it? This is Vanilla Flower, and I'm just going to kind of give his eyes right there. If you're coloring something that has eyes like this, do you like the eyeball to be black like it is in here? Or would you rather see it be like, I don't know, be like a, an open, you know, like just an open circle? Just going to use this magenta color. No, that's not the one I wanted. Actually, I think that there's a color in here that's called watermelon. Yes, it's going to be pink water. You are right, Bev. I just kind of colored that. All right, so now I'm going to start out with the actual watermelon color. Now down here, this is actually watermelon. That's the name of the color. Down here, I'm actually going kind of a heavier pressure, just like I did for the rind. I mean, for the rind. But I'm going to get this rind here. Notice there's no seeds. I love a seedless watermelon. Has anyone ever planted watermelon by seed? All right, I want it to kind of be a little bit like a hairy texture type thing because I want to be able to see, that it has some texture. Heather is saying, did you hear we are getting a new Black Widow pencil soon? I did see that. Hey, Carol. Carol, we were just talking about National Coloring Book Day and the event that you're hosting. And I don't know if you heard me say that. Lynn says on coloringbookday.com, they have a free coloring book. Oh, awesome. I wouldn't want a fish jumping out of this watermelon either, Alice. Could you imagine? It'd be as bad as like a bug or something. It would be worse than a bug. All right, so now I'm just adding the same, you know, watermelon color here. But I am going to go back in with another color on top of this color. How did your watermelons come out? Pumpkins are kind of easy to grow, right? I should have planted pumpkins this year. It's too late now, right? Is it too late for me to plant it? I think it is. I have a good spot where they could have grown. Because you kind of need an area where they're just going to be like, you know, taking over. You know? All right, let's find some pink. Because I really kind of want to enhance this with a little bit of pink and a little bit of, oh, this is a rose color. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of rose color in this. So Carol's explaining, it's just like a game of I Spy. I said something like, I spy a green object. You're not going to say, I spy with my little eye a green object that Anne is coloring. Then you go find that item on the page and color it. So where are you spying these items? Are you going to say like, I spy, like just as you're walking through your everyday life? I know, this fish must have eaten a lot while he was swimming in this little puddle here, right? All right, now I'm going to move up with this rose color for the water and make it like a splish splash coming up here. Let me give it a better sharpen. There we go. Yep, a little bit of a sharpen. Here's a little bit of a splash of water there. Kind of a tiny little dot in a way, right? This is kind of a silly page, though, I gotta say. And I'm really using heavy pressure here for the water that's splashing out. Only because I want it to be, really pronounced. Really vivid. That's gonna be my new word of the day today. Yeah, sometimes you just have to... It depends on what the weather was, too, though, Heather, don't you think? For the, which did better, the watermelons or the pumpkins? And they do, you're right, they need to be planted really early. I don't know. I'm definitely not a living off the grid type person. Oh no, Louisa. Okay, let's go back in with this watermelon color again. Kind of funny that I'm coloring a watermelon with the color watermelon, isn't it? I mean, come on, we've got to find some humor in there. There's a pun right there, right? All right, so let's add, we've got to add something else in here to kind of make it look like watermelonish. All right, so here is white. I had a look. I got to look to see what the name of this color is because it's kind of weird. All right, I'm adding white on top of what's here, and it's just going to kind of like soften it a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we've got that rind, that part right there. I could put seeds in it, you are right. This looks like blood? Oh, I didn't really want it to look like blood. Maybe I should add some white on top of it. You know what? I gotta say, it doesn't look like that in my, like in person, but it does on the screen. Isn't that weird when that happens? I'm softening it with this. That's better. Whew, I was getting worried. I was getting a little worried. All right, now we've got this part here, and I'm going to go with this green that's called Jungle Light, and just kind of give it a heavy pressure there, and then lightening up, and then I'm going to go back over it with a little bit of yellow to give it that rind look, because the inside rind here is never usually the same color as the outside rind, right? There we go. So pretty cool outside today where I am. How about everybody else? Although I do have the air conditioner on because sometimes I just like the hum. Especially when I'm doing a color along, I feel like it keeps my dogs quieter. It's drowning out the noise of the neighborhood, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go back in with my vanilla flower. And it's just kind of blending together to create a different color green. Yeah, it's usually like a pale green, you're right. And I'm going to go back over with white. So this will be like a 3-color blending technique here. Here's my white to make it a little more pale. So basically I just created like a yellow-green color or a green-yellow color. Either way you can say it. Thunderstorms are expected in New Jersey today, Dylan is saying. Did you get those tornadoes that I saw were happening in New Jersey the other day, Lynn? I think I had a tornado in my backyard last week, by the way. My little gazebo in my backyard, well, actually not little, it's big. And it completely lifted off the ground, a good 2 feet off the ground, out of the buckets it was in, and it was starting to collapse. It was crazy. Very, very crazy. I had to hold back and not go out there and fix it. It was awful. All right, I'm going to use this watermelon color. I'm going to give it a really, really good point to work on the letters. Okay. And I just want to color on the inside portions of all of my letters. And then what I'm going to do after this is I want to add something to the background. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll add some watercolor pencils and use like and create a background of that. Which is a pun right there, right? Pretty ironic that I'm going to be using watercolor pencils for a book about puns. Get it? On watermelon. Oh my goodness. Same in New York for thunderstorms. I don't know what's happening with weather today. It seems nice out. It was very nice outside yesterday. Well, Louisa, I hope it all works out for you. If you ever need, you know, an hour of escape and fun, check out my Facebook page. I'm usually live every Thursday, but this is kind of a different one because I'm doing this for somebody else. So sometimes I add them on the weekends. All right, so let's take some watercolor pencils. These are my Maze Rock pencils. I always feel like I'm like, you know, riding a horse or something when I take these out. Let me get out my tools. All right, let me just kind of get that off there. And I'm thinking it's going to be blue in the background. So let's see what I have here. I have this blue, which is kind of cool. These don't have names on them. I don't really know why. I'm gonna give it a quick sharpen. And then what I like to do with watercolor pencils is add the color to the page first. And then I like to go back in with my brush and then add the water. So what I'm going to do here is add some blue around the bottom and over the actual word watermelon. Yeah, I'm usually live, Louisa, on Thursdays, every Thursday at 10 a.m. I did have a couple that I had to reschedule because of, you know, life stops you from doing all the fun things. And then if you go to my Facebook page, you can always check out the calendar for the month to see exactly what's happening. But yeah, it's usually Thursdays where particular people congregate, right? Well, it's funny that Alice is saying blue or blue-green because I am actually going to now add a little bit of yellow on top of what is here, behind the word watermelon. So let's see what happens when we do that. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow here, and then what's going to happen is when I use my water, at least that's the plan, or is what's supposed to happen, is that this section here where I have my yellow should turn green. We'll see. We'll see if it works. I don't know. Could be a big fail. I'm making it look like water. Yes, Alice. What do you think? Get it? Watermelon. And now I'm going to make it look like it's going into the sky. I don't know what is on this clipboard that is making it do this, but I do not like it. All right. Let's add a different blue. I like this one. This one right here. I'm going to get rid of that, Bev. Bev says I'll get rid of it. Hold on a second. Okay. I got rid of it. Sorry about that. Always let me know if there's like something bad. Like yesterday, somebody sent me a message and said, while I was doing the color along, and said, after the color along, quick, go to your website. It's got a big box that keeps popping up. So if you did not get that page from yesterday's color along and you are still interested in it, then please let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you out with it. Because it's not going to be available after tonight. Realistically, I will be taking it down tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Alice is saying, my sister, it's weird, the blue looks like purple to me. Doesn't it? I know, it does look like purple, but really it is blue. And then when it's wet, it's actually more blue than anything else. I was thinking the same thing, Alice. You know? All right, we are ready to add the water. My sister has been wanting to come stay so I can go get her now that I'm not working, Alice is saying. Where are you? Oh, that's Louisa saying that. Okay. I thought that was Alice saying that. Okay, so here's my water. And I'm going to start on the top. So just as I add a little bit of water on here, this color, it's very light on the top. Extremely light, which is what I wanted to happen. And this gets to the point where you're like painting with water. You know those paint with water books? I love those books. I've always wanted to try to figure out how to actually create a book like that. You know what, Alice? It is purple. That's okay though, because I like the contrast with the purple and the green. Don't you? It's okay. I like it. I meant to do this. All right, so now we're moving along with this bottom section. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen now when I go over the yellow. What do you think? Sorry about that, Bev. You just got to let me know when that happens. What are you watching on? Are you using a phone? Or are you using, what are you using, a computer? I like blending with Vaseline too. I haven't done that in a long time. What did I use one time and Scarlett ate it? I don't know if it was Vaseline or some sort of product like that. And I guess she thought it was food. I don't know what she thought. When I use olive oil, she thinks we're ready for a meal. Okay. So here is that page. I'm just going to let it lay flat so that it just sits quietly and dries. That fish looks like he's just, I don't know, maybe he needs glitter. What do you think? He might. Yes, purple and yellow make brown, but in this case it did not. Isn't that weird? Because that color is actually a bluish purple. So it really didn't go too much with brown. But yeah, you're right, Alice. I think it looks good. I like having, I like putting that kind of background on there like that with the watercolor pencil. I think it really makes it pop. All right, so check this book out. I'm going to do another flip through of this book. Let me get my pencils out of the way so I'm not like all over the place here. So that they're not rolling around. I don't like when all my stuff is all over the place. How about you? Oh, Louisa, do you paint? It's very cute, isn't it? Okay, so let's take another look at it. I'm not going to I put it on top of that because it'll get wet. But Punny Holidays Coloring Book by this company called Punny Puns. And this book is not available yet, but you can click on the link to get involved with following them on Kickstarter so you'll know when it is available. I think it's going to be available as a spiral bound book. This is just a book they sent me to do for today. So I don't know how they got this produced, but this one, the first one is January 1st. Happy New Year, firecracker. Get it? It's a cracker and it's on fire. So every one has a pun. Valentine's Day, pancake. It's a pan with a cake in it. There's the pun right there for National Pancake Day. President's Day, headquarters. It's all of the heads on the quarters. That's in the third Monday in February. National Strawberry Day is a strawberry. Get it? The straw inside the berry. I have a painting class, actually, that I do every Monday, if you're interested. And we actually have some painting. We start again on August 9th. We're not doing anything tomorrow, but we meet on Facebook. It's live. It's fun. National Pie Day. Chicken pot pie. There's the chicken inside the pot. I love the chicken coop. Happy Easter for a Sunday after the full moon in March. I did not know that. Eggplant. There was the egg being on a plant. Earth Day. He's an earthworm. National Bird Day is he's got goose bumps. He's a goose with bumps. Mother's Day. Motherhood. National Hamburger Day. It's a hamburger. There's the ham inside the bun. I really need to have a burger now that I'm looking at this. National Fishing Day. He's a catfish. Get it? A fish with a cat's face. So this is kind of a fun book. Father's Day. This is a book for all ages, really. He's Papa Bear. National Hot Dog Day was just this past Wednesday. Was just recently. He's a hot dog. It's a great book, isn't it? Watermelon. This is one we just colored today. Be an Angel Day. I did not know August 22nd was Be an Angel Day, but maybe I need to do something with this from one of my angel books. He's an angel fish. International Dog Day. This one cracks me up. Corn dog. Get him? Corn dog. An extra dessert day. Cheesecake. This is a good one, right? September 4th. We should celebrate this with a color along, since we're always talking about food. Labor Day. It's a work horse. There's the horse that's working. Halloween on October 31st. It's a sandwich. Get it? A switch that's in the sand. National Vanilla Cupcake Day on November 10th. It's a cupcake. I'm surprised Mary Ann's not watching today because she's always coloring things or celebrating different weird holidays that I never know about. Fast food. Get it? The food is running fast. Thanksgiving, turn and key. There's the turkey. National Underdog Day. There's the dog. He's underdog. He's under something. And then Christmas on December 25th is a RainDeer. There's the deer while it rains. And then Boxing Day for our Canadian friends on December 26th. It's a lunch, but it's boxing. So lunch box. So anyway, check out this book. Check out the link in the comments, in the description and in the comments, so you can follow along with this book and can take a look at the progress of what's happening with this book. All right, so any questions about this book? To get the page, do I need to help anyone else out with that page? If you want to share this column along on your Facebook page, then you can go ahead and get that shared out and see if anybody else will watch the replay. The replay will be available until whenever, indefinitely. And I just want to say thanks so much for joining me today. This is always fun to do a color along on a Sunday because it's always kind of a great way to get the week kicked off. So you can join me again on Thursday, this Thursday coming up, for another live video, a live color along. And I will see everyone soon. Hey, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining.